The following podcast may contain spoilers, strong language, graphic violence, and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. I need that ball! Give me the ball! Whatever, it's the best I got.
Yeah, that's tough.
You did good.
Yeah, the paid patrol toll, get the boys hole. Oh, sorry.
Gotta get that boy's doll.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Four guys and a movie. Four guys and a movie. Donnie, Brian, Rob, and Joe reviewing movies for the show. Four guys and a movie.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Four Guys in a Movie podcast, where people that know each other get together and yell at each other for like an hour and a half about movies. I'm Rob, and I'm joined by my friends today.
Brian.
Will. Tony.
And Joe.
And it's a super cringly movie today. Jingle All The Way. And before we begin, I'd like to give a shout out to 3 Shell Joe with a song. Puppies are forever, not just for Christmas.
That's mean.
That's a real song.
I know it is. I know that's mean.
He's been singing that all day. He's been singing it all day.
What?
Puppies are forever. Which is not true. Not just for Christmas.
Here, you watch this die.
Yeah, it's like, what? Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
What kind of not? Okay, so anyway.
Is that what that song says?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Welcome back to the Four Guys in a Movie podcast. Jingle All The Way is the movie we did. It's our Christmas episode. We got some jolly fun and Arnold Schwarzenegger and snacks.
Do we still?
So many snacks.
So many snacks. Should we introduce the main players in this snack extravaganza?
Get the Fat Chat update out of the way right now.
Yeah, so, all right, we have
Yeah, the following sounds you'll be hearing for the rest of this episode will be
Cranklin Rappers. We have Hostess trees. I have 2 different kinds.
Oh, there's 2 kinds?
So these are the normal kinds, and these are a spice cake.
Ooh, spice cake.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the orange Reese's wrapper.
So we have Reese's Clusters.
Interesting.
Put it in your mouth.
Pecans, peanuts, peanut butter.
We have Hostess chocolate-covered peanut butter wafers. We have
those caramel sticks.
salted caramel cookie bars. We've got the usual suspects in there. We've got Oreos, we got Starburst, and a special treat for us all to try and judge.
Whoa,
And maybe Sharon will join us before she leaves.
this is crazy.
Just one bottle?
So these are Snickers creamy peanut butter.
Oh.
Is Snickers filled with peanut butter, but with no peanuts in it.
Interesting.
So it's just chocolate, peanut butter, and caramel.
Yeah, isn't at that point it not a Snickers anymore?
Do you care?
No, I want it.
They're not
I want
going to call it
mouth,
Reese's.
So there's 4 in each.
Reese's with caramel.
4 in each package?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're like a Reese's square size.
They're not going to call it Reese's.
Or not a Reese's. The peanut butter one.
They're trying to avoid lawsuits.
Yeah.
The peanut butter.
They're not owned
Snickers
by the
comes in
same.
squares.
Aren't they all Hershey?
No, Snickers is Mars.
Just pass it down to either.
Sorry, Tony. You don't get one.
Tony gets,
2
Tony
packages.
gets one fresh out the pack.
If you don't return my stapler, I'll burn this place down.
Tony gets one that my sweaty thumb hasn't been pressed into.
Ooh. I feel like the belle of the ball.
So we can all give our.
Yeah, what is everybody thinking so far?
Tastes like the Snickers to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's supposed to, but it doesn't have those peanuts to get
I
stuck.
fucks with it.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, I like it better than regular Snickers.
I'm down.
Joe, give me a napkin. It's a little warm in here, so chocolate all on my face.
I
You
smell
always have
chocolate.
chocolate on your face, though.
Let's do the big man.
You're my chocolate bear. William, question for you. Nestle Crunch.
It's okay.
It's just okay, right?
No, it's not. It's fine.
I hate you all. You know what? I was going to share this, but I'm not anymore. I got myself a crisp Kringle.
Is that a Palmer candy you got there?
It is.
Yeah, if you tried to offer that to me, I would have slapped it out of your hand.
That's why it was not offered to you, Joe. I made very.
Yeah, you could keep that whole thing. I don't think any of us are going to be broken up.
You
by
are
that.
correct.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
Whatever. I'm enjoying it. So, that's our snacks for today. What's our movie?
Jingle All The Way.
Yes, it's Jingle All The Way from 1996, rated PG.
Wow.
Wow.
Produced by, Christopher Columbus. I forgot for a moment there. I didn't write it down
I
properly.
think you mean Chris Columbus.
Oh, is that why it's 1492 Productions?
Yes.
Yeah. That's also why there were no Native Americans in the film.
Right.
Wow. Oh, God. We're off to a good start.
But not at the end.
Oh, Jesus. So the quest for Turbo Man is a trail of tears?
Yeah.
Oh.
Had you not noticed?
Oh, God.
I'm enjoying
All
my
right.
crisp Kringle, by the way.
You enjoy that trash.
It was directed by Brian Leavitt.
Leave it.
I'll leave
However, yeah, I would if I could. Who brought us such wonderful gems in the past as Problem Child 2, Beethoven, The Flintstones, The Flintstones Viva Las Vegas, the only person
Wasn't it
to
Viva
return.
Rock Vegas?
I'm sorry, yes.
Get the pun right.
I'm sorry, I forgot the name of this shitty movie. Right?
Also, Brian, please leave.
I heard nothing but fire so far. Those movies are on. I'm playing.
Okay, well, I'll keep going for you then, Brian. Snow Dogs. Are we there yet? A Christmas Story 2.
Ooh,
Oh.
And the newly announced Police Academy reboot.
word.
Word.
Wow.
So,
You really give me the
You know what's
red
funny?
eh,
All those movies should probably be on this podcast.
probably.
They're right in that middle.
You know what else is funny? I always say if we watch their worst, I'm going to read their worst. This is just all of it.
He's just bad.
Yeah.
You know
There's
what?
not one winner on
Yeah,
that
they're
list.
right in the middle. Like,
It's the holiday season. Time to start buying them shirts.
So,
but this is Christmas, like a Four Guys in a Movie podcast shirt.
Side note. Hey, dear listener, William, where are you at, dog? We haven't heard from you in a while. I want to make sure you're all right. We miss you.
I think we were gone for too long. He forgot about us.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Like a dog
don't
left
blame him.
outside on its own.
Like like a Futurama.
Yeah, there's too many feels.
Yeah, but
We are Seymour.
okay.
Jurassic Park, man, that episode, man.
Well, all right. Well, William, let me explain to you something. Puppies are forever, not just for Christmas.
We still love you, man.
Anybody want to sing Patrick Swayze Christmas with me?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna watch Roadhouse at some point.
Probably. Well, also, don't worry, William. We will get back to those Tremor movies eventually.
Oh, yeah, there's like 2 more left to watch, right?
2?
Like
7?
200?
6 now, I think.
Are we counting the entire series of the TV show?
I mean, the ones
I
that came out in
wasn't.
theaters, not ones that went right.
Oh, then we're done.
Sci-Fi Channel is a sort of theater.
Theater of the Home.
The Mystery Science Theater.
Here at home.
Theater of the Heart.
Yeah, do we want to get into our personal history with this movie?
Sure.
I've never seen this all the way through. I saw it in bits and pieces on TV, probably on USA or TBS or one of those stations that played Christmas shit. And like, this is my first time seeing it all the way through. And,
Where do you usually come in on this?
usually after Sinbad shows up. So I miss all the first part, you know, the mattress, whatever.
Preamble
Yeah,
nonsense.
and like they're already usually like around the ball thing.
Yeah.
It's like around that.
Okay.
Around that.
I forgot about the suspiciously dreidel-shaped Santa brownies.
Brownie.
By the way.
But
It appeals to everyone.
Sort of dreidels. Sort of Santa.
I can't
Not
tell.
quite
I
either.
can't tell if that's supposed to be his
Trampled.
nose or if it's his mouth, and he's just going. "Meow."
like,
supposed to be a Santa?
You can see his little glasses on there.
but it's Santa in the way of what was that episode of South Park with the giant crystal cube that was commanding
that's
people
God.
to do things?
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
You mean God? That's
Yeah.
Oh no.
Was it just-
God was the
God's like a
platypus
wuzzle.
monster.
Yeah.
The platypus
Yes, he was a wuzzle.
Those
No,
Moses was the
What was it?
was
It might
the
have
triangle.
been
Yeah, it
Moses,
was
yeah. Who looked like a
All
Tron
right, I'm
cube
eating
or
this
whatever.
Moses.
All right,
Continue.
Well, before you put that in your face, you want to tell us your history?
This came out when I was 16. I wanted nothing to do with it. I never saw it.
All right, Will.
This came out when I was 5.
How the fuck old are you?
Wow.
28.
Wait, did no one check his ID before he got in here? I don't think he's old enough.
I let you sit on my couch.
It's the beard. The beard.
It hides my youth.
Motherfucker.
But I didn't see it in the theater, but I remember being excited to rent it at Blockbuster.
Not Tommy K's.
Joe.
One of the many movies I saw a trailer for and went, nope.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, a little story time with me. As I've mentioned, I believe previously on the past, in past episodes rather.
That you can watch, you can listen to at 4ampodcast.podbean.com.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
Brian.
indeed.
But yeah, there's a friend I had in like grade school and high school who
That shitty friend.
I don't want to
Shittier
be
than us.
I don't want to be
I
that
hope he listens to the podcast.
mean or anything, but not to knock nothing about the friend personally, but let's just say
Dude, you're gonna, pull your hamstring backpedaling so hard.
some of the more questionable movies that we're reviewing on this podcast, I saw with said friend for his birthday, most of which I think I just listed under this director's credits. But
I want to point out, his friend made him watch shitty movies, so he's making us watch shitty movies now.
Yeah.
As payback.
yes, the cycle
How friendship
continues.
works.
No. There's a Sandusky joke in there, but I'm leaving it alone.
I thought you said there was a John joke in there somewhere.
That too. Aren't they the same?
Kevin Spacey.
So, all right. Brief history of this movie. Tim Allen was considered for the lead role.
Of course. This is all over.
Yeah, I
No.
can see that.
That would have made more
Prototypical
sense.
Tim Allen
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, would have made way more sense. Although it's funny because, not only going on to do the Santa Claus, but became Buzz Lightyear, which is basically Turbo Man.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm gonna try and avoid my whole Christmas toy / Toy Story
All right. yeah.
rant. So let's just move along.
Keep going.
For Sinbad's role, that almost went to our good friend Joe Pesci, but they felt he'd be too short next to Arnold Schwarzenegger and it wouldn't work out.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Somebody
No,
did
I
not
think it would
agree.
have been more like Gone Fishing, like that category, Joe Pesci. No,
But if it was Tim Allen and Joe Pesci,
I would not watch it even harder.
Yeah. I get those every once in a while.
I'm sure this will come as a shock to all of you,
cat hairs.
but Sinbad improvised a lot of his lines.
Absolutely.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger improvised a lot of his responses to the said
I
line.
can't imagine.
I know. It doesn't show at all.
What with the natural flow of dialogue?
And choking women.
The story, of course, is based on, I guess, I don't remember who exactly, but one of the people involved in this, witnessed his in-laws going crazy trying to buy some Power Rangers for their kids, on Black Friday and all the craziness that ensued with that. And of course, the craze of the Cabbage Patch Kids back in, whatever, the 80s somewhere. Yeah. But the movie coincidentally
Back before
came
Will
out.
was born.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
The movie coincidentally came out right around the time of the Tickle Me Elmo craze, so it worked out perfectly for them.
Kevin Spacey.
I mean, has it been 1 week yet that he hasn't
Nope.
No,
put it in
And he
somewhere?
never
God will
will.
never forgive and never forget.
That's
But of
all I
course-
have.
Sorry, I can't talk.
We know.
Those who
calm down.
can do, those who can't teach. Everyone else, Kevin Spacey.
What didn't work out so well for them is 20th Century Fox was sued by Brian Webster, who claimed that they ripped off his script called Could This Be Christmas, which had many of the same bullet points and the same storyline.
Because it's the most
character.
standard, basic ass.
And you
Christmas
wanted to
movie
claim
ever.
ownership of this idea, like
Shitty dads.
I guess.
I would have backpedaled away from that. But nope, I never wrote that.
And the best part I heard on the news lines, if you want to believe it, is that Fox...
Fake news.
Fox offered this...
Fox, you said.
20th Century Fox offered this to Arnold Schwarzenegger after they were having development problems with his remake of Planet of the Apes that never quite got off the ground.
Wow.
I can't even imagine.
Put some monkey down.
I so want to see it.
Chimps and orangutan.
Oh, man.
I think
He
my
is
brother
about
had
to
a-
explode over here.
do you need a
Hanky.
Tissue or napkin
like
or
a
something?
yet.
shower?
I might.
Yes.
Excuse yourself to the parlor room.
Powder your nose?
Oh god, he's leaking.
Oh,
Just sneeze. Just let it out. Just let it out.
we don't have mute buttons.
What he does, he's going to fuss Rodal you through the Christmas tree.
Oh Lord.
That or I'm going to shirt right to the chair.
Oh no.
Hold it.
So does anyone want to guess how much this movie cost to make?
I think I saw, so I'll go last.
Was Jim Henson's Creature Shop involved at all?
It was not mentioned in anything I saw. I know there was a puppet reindeer used for the reindeer, but I don't know if it was Jim Henson.
How many puppeteers did they have for Jake Lloyd?
Not enough.
Wow.
Sorry, I had it cocked and loaded, starting drooling out before I could get the words.
All right, I'm going to say $40 million.
Let's see. Jurassic Park was 63.
Like Brian said, I'll go last. He ended up going first.
Right.
'cause
I'm gonna
no one
say-
would chime in.
I'm
Nobody would.
gonna say 85.
65.
50?
Oh, Joe wins. It was $60 million.
There you go.
Want to guess how much it made?
More than it deserved.
160.
I'll go with the even hundy.
$65 million.
115.
All right. It would go to Will. It made about $60 million domestically, but 129 worldwide.
Wow.
Why?
Because people like Arnold, I guess.
The China market? I don't know. Oh, no, it was 90s. China's market wasn't there yet. Now it's like, China will buy it? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Well, this could have been the rise of the China market. We got little Power Rangers-esque stuff going on.
that is true.
here. They might have enjoyed that.
Turbo Man was made in the USA.
I mean, and this was post Last Action Hero, right? Which was one with Arnold that sucked here, but like did amazing overseas.
I believe so, yes.
All right, who's in this movie?
So,
Choked on those words a little, didn't you?
Good.
as we already mentioned, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Howard Langston and Sinbad playing Myron Larrabee. Phil Hartman as Ted Malton. Rita Wilson as Liz Langston. And a young Jake Lloyd as Jamie Langston. Pre-Anakin Skywalker.
But not really.
Yeah, the telltale signs are all there.
I love the fact that George Lucas saw this film and was like, yes, this is the rock on which I'm going to build my Star Wars universe.
Did he, though?
This little dead-eyed stump of a boy.
Wow.
Let's have
Poor
it.
Jake Lloyd.
Let's have it.
Yeah, well, in fairness, he might have saw this and said, you know, that wooden acting will go great with my wooden script. Like, this is a match made in heaven.
And don't poor Jake Lloyd me. He's still cashing those royalty checks.
I think he's in prison.
Well, it's
Oh, I didn't realize
his
that.
lawyers
I don't
cashing
believe
those
he
royalty
is.
checks.
I don't know. I mean, it was a decision made when he was like 10.
Yeah.
You know, that turned the toxic fandom on him for the rest of his life.
it probably made all his parents.
Listen, don't even get me started on the Star Wars fan base, but he's still terrible.
I mean, so are you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's not a good actor. I'm in no way going to defend that. But
No, that's
I
and
just
that's
felt
all
bad
I'm
for
going
what
for.
happened with
a poor
the
kid.
fan base on him.
I mean,
'Cause
yeah.
there was a lot more people to blame than Jake Lloyd for that.
Ultimately,
movie
like,
sucking
but
hard.
here's the thing:
Yeah.
it's not his fault. He's a terrible actor, but it's not his fault he was in the movie.
But he's been held to
Yeah.
to those
Well,
crazy
yeah,
toxic
unfortunately,
fan standards.
If I may refer to an old friend,
Oh, Lord. Views and opinions are not.
Get the wrapper open.
Uh-oh.
Somebody start talking, otherwise the gobbler's
we're
going
getting a
out.
visit.
No, I'm sitting in all this awkwardness, just letting you stew.
So how does the movie start?
It starts with a TV show about Turbo Man with
Turtle Man or Turbo Man?
Superman.
it's whatever.
Turboman.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what he was saying through half this movie. So
That is accurate.
Feppy Mayman.
what?
The Puma Man.
Oh, God damn it! All right, but we get Richard Mole.
Just let it all out.
Stop.
It's our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
We got to bring back all the recurring characters. You know, the one that we have.
So
Rob choking on a
Joking on Christmas.
So it's Bull from Night Court with his brain showing.
yes.
It is. It's bull. I told you.
Yeah,
I
it-
told you.
Admittedly, I
Wait,
would. I
it
would
was?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. I just saw the hideous costume.
That's why I said sadly the better of the two Batman villains in this movie, and he's in a tiny part in the beginning and then forgotten.
Admittedly, I wanted the brain helmet. It looked pretty cool.
Okay.
I would chill with that.
That's cool.
In the fist that.
Yeah, I mean, he got
that
robot
was cool.
punch. He had a lot of cool things going
Yeah.
on there.
Yes, had a slew of little
Fisting
people.
powers.
And Minions.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
I
mean,
Demon
honestly,
Warriors.
Power Ranger.
When I was
minions.
watching this, I was like, I wish the Power Rangers was that cool. I would have watched it more.
I think the Power Rangers are roughly this cool.
Yeah,
They're not
about this.
That good. Yeah.
I mean,
This isn't that
What
good.
was this?
This wasn't good, no, but like, I don't know.
Well, no. All right, I'll give him some leeway on this, just because I think we're leaning a little more towards Captain Power than Power Rangers, which I'm comfortable with, but it's still not a good area. It's not a neighborhood you want to live in.
power.
It was Captain Power,
Wasn't
right?
he the one where you fired your like a gun at the TV?
Captain Planet.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't see that work. I don't see how that fits.
I
This
don't know, I
at
never
all.
watched Captain Power.
Do you not remember that show?
I remember it. Yeah.
With people wearing like their little fakey Tron outfits and
Yeah.
whatever, and it's kind of like this.
This was like
Don't eat
straight
the
up.
plastic, Rob. You got to get out of the plastic. This is not last week's Ghost Rider movie.
You're not black.
I'm not eating a Twinkie out of the.
I'm trying to learn, Brian.
with one
Don't
hand.
tell him how to do.
He's trying to learn how to deep throat that Twinkie.
Oh, he already knows how.
Yeah, don't tell me.
He's
I
an
don't know.
accomplished Twinkie deep throater.
Do it without my hands.
Tying a knot with your tongue.
All right, so Turbo Man's the big thing in this world. Everyone loves Turbo Man. Woohoo!
Well, yes, Jake Lloyd does.
At least, well, yeah.
Or no, I guess everybody
No, pretty
does.
much everyone.
He's a fucking national hero.
Yeah.
He is.
But not as much as Jake Lloyd loves the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
I don't remember Turbo Man eliciting a high five at any point. He was so excited about the Cat in the Hat. Nobody has been that excited about the Cat in the Hat ever.
Except Mike Myers.
No, he
wasn't that excited.
No, yeah, I have it on good
We're just
authority.
skipping to the end of the movie now.
He had to be
Might as well.
threatened with a lawsuit to be in that movie. So Mike Myers was not even happy about that. Anyway, what?
Cat in the Hat?
Yeah.
He almost got sued?
Well, it was like one of those things where they were like, they came to him with the idea and he signed a contract and then he read the script and was like, no.
Oh, they were going to breach a contract him?
Yeah.
I read the scripts.
Or however that worked out. But
So TV shows on, and
Yeah.
and what's Jake Lloyd's character's name?
Jamie.
Jamie. That's it. Jamie was like, yeah,
Jamie.
yeah.
Turbo Man.
Now that's what I call pod racing.
And so now, he's got to go get his
First time today.
his Taekwondo belt. And, he's worried if his dad's going to be there or not.
Because apparently his dad misses a lot of shit.
He's like the mattress
So
king
he's
of
like every
Minnesota.
90s dad. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he works too hard and misses everything.
This is
You
straight up.
totally forgot he was Peter Pan.
This is
Yeah.
a sitcom premise.
Yep.
That's all this is. It is
Yeah.
every sitcom premise ever.
So,
Dad, you missed my blah, blah, blah.
Oh, right up to the whole, you did remember to do that, right? And then the wide eye and the,
No,
whatever.
it's a 90-minute sitcom episode.
It really is.
Basically. But anyway, so we cut to Arnold Schwarzenegger selling things over the phone with all the authenticity of Tommy Wiseau. He's just like, you're my number one customer. You're my number one customer.
What did you say? What did you say? All the what of Tommy Wiseau?
Authenticity.
Okay, so all the everything of Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
But
All the broken English of Tommy Wiseau.
So he has his secretary comes up with like she wrote message to
cards.
him on cue cards.
Yep.
Like, don't forget your son's karate thing. You said that. You said you'd be there. You leave a half hour ago. You're still here.
Well, this shows what a shitty dad he is.
No
right off
beach
the bat.
unless you make it on time.
Yeah, well, right off the bat, though, we cut to his office, and it's a raging Christmas party. Like we were concerned that it might be an '80s party and coke.
There was
thrown
no
out.
cocaine to be found there.
Yeah.
Well,
but at the same time,
we were close at one point because Jim Belushi's name came up, but
he's
yeah,
working at
he's
the
still
time.
working in the middle of this. He sucks. He's selling, and
Also, who are you selling things to
who's
at this hour?
Who's buying like a truckload of mattresses on Christmas Eve or Christmas
Porn
Eve?
studios?
Eve,
Yeah.
whatever.
Hotels.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's on the other
holiday,
side
we
of the
gotta
world
replace
with
all
different
these
time
hotels.
zones. I don't know.
Prepare for New Year's when all those babies are going to be
Warm in
made.
here. Oh, chocolate's melting.
Either way,
Listen, you're the ones that make it warm in here.
so
If none of y'all were here, I'd be curled up on the couch, cozy with a blanket on. It's still.
I mean, we could go home. I don't
Yeah.
need to talk about this movie.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do. Kept us waiting all this time. You need to talk about this damn movie.
All right.
Sit there.
Is that a double decker you made there, Brian? Or?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Nice.
So now we cut to the Taekwondo thing going on in the gym, and you meet Phil Hartman's character, Ted, who seems to be really popular with the ladies.
The moms.
The moms, yep.
He is elbow deep.
He's a MILF hunter.
I love hot moms.
They're like, hey, could you fix my gutter? Hey, could you do this? And he's like, sure.
No. More importantly, it's you did a great job
Yeah.
fixing my gutter.
Oh God, yeah.
He's gotten around.
Yep.
Yeah, he has gotten around.
Yep. All right, so Arnold, meanwhile, is
He's got
like,
his sights on a new cougar.
I got to get there. I'm driving in my big-ass truck, and traffic jam. What am I going to do? I'm going to drive on the shoulder. Drives right past a cop, gets pulled over.
Again, because he's a shitty human being.
Yeah, just tells the cop, I'm in a hurry. Can we speed this up? Which you never tell a cop for any reason.
Then you might as well just say, hey, I know you pulled me over for speeding, but just so you know, as soon as I leave, I'm going to be speeding again.
Yeah. You probably would have gotten out this faster if you just never stopped for the cop.
That don't work too well for some people.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? He would have at least made it into the class before it ended. He'd be arrested soon after, but, you know.
So, yeah, all right, so he misses the thing because the cop makes him do like a whole sobriety check, recite the alphabet backwards, which I don't even think I could do sober.
No.
Yeah, we were discussing
All right.
that.
People who do martial arts, right? Karate, kung fu, whatever, when you do your belt test, do they always put the belt inside what you have to break? That seemed really weird
Yeah.
to me.
That was a little weird.
Like they had to like karate chop a box, and in the box was their belt, or was it in the box? Or was it on the box?
I
It was
think,
wrapped around it.
yeah, I think it was wrapped around it.
Yeah, like that seemed weird to me. Like, someone write in, tell me if that's Rich. Write in, tell me if that's real or not.
Rich, where the hell have you been?
Dude, we took a while off. Leave Rich alone.
Christmas is the time to catch up friends
And
And yell
berate
at
them,
them.
yeah.
and find out what the hell they want.
Also, how often do you have karate classes in like a junior high school?
On Christmas Eve.
On the eve of Christmas Eve? And for that matter, how come when Arnold showed up, like the fact that all the lights were off and that no one was there wasn't a tip-off that he missed it?
Listen, people show up to stores when they're closed and all the lights are off, no cars in the parking lot, and they're like, "Hey, let me in. Are you open?"
Or want to come in.
all right.
It's obviously not open yet.
Then they leave a 1-star review for Dave & Buster's because it's not open yet.
That's amazing.
So he goes home, and Ted has just taken the liberty of decorating his house for him.
Put lights up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, see how horrible of a father you are?
We kind of discussed. I think he was just trying to have an excuse to be on the roof near that bedroom window.
Oh, of
Let's
course.
put his cameras up.
Yeah, that's what it was. The lights were a good cover.
It's been all the day.
Oh yeah,
The Bear workshop with those little cameras.
yeah. Do you have Can you give me access to some kind of electronics I can plug in? Just the lights, I swear. Nothing else. Don't worry about it.
All right, so then Arnold, he goes in, and of course, his son is devastated that he wasn't there for the purple belt test.
He's like, I can still buy your love.
That's basically it. That's his play
That's the plot
after a
of the
while.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You know what though? I give Jamie some props. 'Cause a lot of these movies, the kid never says what's going on in their mind. They just do things. You know what I mean? The kid's like, "No, you let me down, Dad. Like you're supposed to be there, and you fucking weren't. Go fuck yourself. Unless you get me this thing I want." But
Yeah.
you probably won't because you fucking suck. So
You've never helped me out before. Why should I?
you haven't yet. So
Yeah, you've never helped me out before, even though I'm in my room with my giant painting of Captain America on the wall.
Yeah,
And that
My
was
big-ass
like,
house.
drawn by like Jack Kirby himself.
Yeah.
Like,
In a big ass house on a cul-de-sac in a nice neighborhood.
Crinkled hands.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like freaking decked out room.
Like, screw
Joe.
you, kid. I work hard for this shit.
Joe, do you know how you spell love, Joe? Time, Joe. That's how you spell love.
Actually, he spells love Turboman.
Or
I spell
TMNT.
yeah, I spell CASE.
Well, Arnold probably spells it TURBMUN. Turbo.
He spells it with like
Turbomon.
umlauts or something.
Yeah. Tiberman.
Freaking Austrian.
Tiberman.
weirdo.
Sal
So
Tiberman.
Arnold's like, all right, I'm just going to straight up lie to my son. I got you the doll. We're good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And his wife.
And then his wife afterwards.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I got it. Don't worry.
Like the best part about this little sequence, he's like, "So what do you want, kid? What are you gonna tell? What'd you tell Sandy you want? I'm his friend. I'll help him out sometimes." Kid tells him. He goes downstairs, tells his wife, and his wife's like, "Yeah, that's what I told you to get weeks ago." Because we already fucking knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you got
I'm
it
on top
out
of
of
this.
him again.
Like you got it right. You bought the thing I told you weeks ago to buy, right?
Also, maybe if you, I don't know, ever looked at him ever, because he's wearing Turbo Man pajamas, he's watching Turbo Man, he's reciting
A
Turbo
kid
Man.
at this age would be saying nothing but Turbo Man.
Yeah, he is reciting that commercial at breakfast. Like, there's
Which
no
case,
way.
I think maybe it's a good thing that Arnold didn't get him the toy.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a little too much. It's a little too
He
much.
should have said that. You know what? You'll get the booster and you'll like it.
Learn to be a sidekick.
Yeah, here's the other problem I have, though. I got the impression, like, he has that little secretary. He could have just been like, months ago, like, here, Turbo Man, go get that.
That would not be her job.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, that was a
Yeah,
secretary
yeah,
job.
you probably do that.
That's outside of her job description.
He would have made it worth it.
Yeah.
Worth their time.
He paid some lady like $300 for a booster doll. He could be like, here's some extra money. Go to the store, please pick this up
Sure
for me.
fucking did.
You didn't just pay any lady. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
So
so
the most annoyingly voiced lady in the universe.
Tony's not
so-
in that movie. Sorry, it was there. It was there.
Wow.
It was there. Sorry.
Now
So-
everyone knows why I left the podcast.
So
Good job at that, too.
Yeah, I know.
we
I fail at everything I do, Rob. Even leaving.
Turbleman.
okay. So
This movie.
he walks out of his house on Christmas Eve. His son's like, "Hey, Dad, don't go to work," and he's like, "No." He's like, "I got to go pick up the doll." So he goes outside, and Phil Hartman's just walking around with a reindeer. Like he just went somewhere and got a reindeer. Like, did he just go kill someone at the petting zoo?
Eve.
Like,
How do
you just get a reindeer?
I've done things.
And then he's like, I'm just, after Christmas, I'm just going to take it down to Lake Minnetonka and set it free with a family of regular deer, because that's going to work.
Yeah, that's how nature
that's
totally
a
works.
horrible idea.
Sounds great.
Like, you might as well have just killed and ate the reindeer.
Also, I'm releasing 1,000 cane toads into the wild.
Also, just a quick side note. I'm certain he is not releasing that reindeer. He is going out there to kill and eat this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He is, however, going to purify himself in the waters of Lake
of
Minnetonka.
course.
Yeah.
Before and after the meal. That's how you
Get the
stay
blood
alive.
off.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wash away the sin.
yeah, so you get some obvious foreshadowing here, where basically, you know, he's like, no, you should have gotten that doll. Like, I got that doll months ago. It's sitting under my Christmas tree. You know, he's like, you're not going to find one right now.
Which I call bullshit. Because you bought a doll months ago.
Yeah,
That kid would have had the doll months ago.
yeah.
Like, why? Think about it.
Why would you hold that till Christmas?
Yeah, why would you hold it for
you're smart.
4 months? But it's already out. The kid wants it now.
Because he's
His
withholding
friends
in
already
an
have it.
asshole.
His friends
Yeah,
already
because
have
if it's
it.
been out for 4 months, his friends have it.
Yeah.
No, he's withholding in an asshole. He definitely held on to this doll for months.
Yeah, if Phil Hartman has taught us anything in this movie, he's the master of edging. Like he plays that long con.
Okay.
All right.
You want to know why?
No.
Sorry. So after Christmas, he can show some of the ladies in the neighborhood the video of that kid opening that present and how happy
Exactly.
he is. And get them all riled up.
Exactly.
That is exactly why he did that.
He's got this planned out. All right,
So
so
you look pretty tense. You wanna? I have a massager. It's called a Sibian. You wanna just come over and
let's go for a ride.
Wow.
All right, so he goes to the toy store,
get you a little Ted nog?
and he, good God. So he goes to the toy store. He walks in front of this whole crowd of people waiting for Turbo Man, and you know, they tell him like he's like, open up the store, and it's like the guy's like, it's 8:58. It opens at 9, and he's freaking out that the guy won't open the store. Like, I hate those fucking customers.
So do I.
It's like it says 9, it opens at 9.
Correct.
All right. And then he goes back in line, and we just get Sinbad freaking out, just not being funny, just yelling about things.
He's
And
just
choking
going-
a woman.
choking a
what
woman.
the-
He was
And
pretty
he-
woke for 96.
And
It's
he
funny 'cause
ad-libbed that, choking
The
this woman
crowd
out.
was about
I
to
guess.
freak out that he was going to choke her, and then he stopped, so everyone was like, all right, it's cool.
Oh,
He didn't do it.
Oh, no, we're fine now.
Yeah.
He incomplete.
He was just bluffing. Yeah.
And of course, the villain of this film is a mailman.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out here, I guess they wanted Sinbad for this role, but they were like, I don't know if he can do like a bad guy because he at the time had a
Just a
more
house
clean cut
guest.
image.
Well, house is after this.
Well, he's kind of a bad guy in the house guest too, wasn't
Depends on how you're looking
That
at
was
it.
Phil
But
Hartman,
yes.
right?
Yes. I forget which one was where. I think that might have been first. Whatever. But they were worried about him being a bad guy and it ruining his image. But he felt that this role in particular had enough to it that people would be sympathetic to him.
he? But he was just straight up like a psychopath.
Yeah, did anyone feel any sympathy
No.
for him?
No.
No, not at
I'm
all.
like, you guys
I
are
mean, I
fighting.
did.
No, you guys are fighting
Yeah.
over a toy. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, like, he honestly probably looks the best out of most of the people in this movie, but, like,
he
he's,
tried
you
to
know,
kill a
Oh,
child.
he's a crazy
Sympathetic.
person.
Yeah.
oh, he's a crazy person.
Like,
Yeah.
I guess I have sympathy for him in that regard, but I'm
Yeah.
like, you need to get help. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be outdoors, like, on your own,
Oh, yeah.
coming to blows with another adult human being over a Turbo Man doll.
If they wanted him to be sympathetic, he shouldn't have tried to blow up a building and kidnapped a child.
Like,
Made
I love
more than
toys.
one bomb threat.
Yeah.
Yes,
I love toys too, but if somebody takes the last one of something I want, I'm just gonna stare at them really hard. I'm not, I'm not gonna fight them over it.
yeah, I'm not
So
gonna be brave or anything. Jeez.
the guy from the toy store opens the doors to the store and is immediately trampled to death.
Yep.
So that's the
Yes.
first person that's dead
Yeah,
on
first
the
death
quest
on the
for
clock.
this doll.
Yeah.
I know the movie just shows him cartoonishly like look goofy while he's got footmarks on his head, but no, but that man's dead. Like what happens to him, he's dead.
We've seen enough news reports on this kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something, easily blown over like a bomb.
So he he
this is
goes
where
to
it
get the
begins.
Turbo Man doll, and he gets laughed at by Chris Parnell. So then Arnold is like, "You're Chris Parnell."
Why are you in this movie?
Yeah,
Well, also, I think all of us here have or are currently working retail. How much would you love to just laugh in someone's face when you don't have the product?
Oh,
you're
yeah.
looking for?
yeah, that would go over great.
Yeah.
I bought this
That's amazing.
week. Oh, okay. Sure you should.
Yeah, just encourage other customers to laugh at him.
Man, we literally never sold that before.
Yeah.
A, it's from a completely different store. B, never sold it.
We're a grocery store and you're looking for oil, like for your car.
He's like,
It's not the same.
Sometimes I'm gonna be like, you're old. How'd you make it this long being this stupid? But I can't say that to people.
well, in fairness, his manager just got killed. So no one's going to hold him accountable.
That's fair.
Anarchy is spreading around the store.
I am king now.
Dress pass.
No consequences.
Crown hangs heavy.
Hey,
But I will say, this scene, pretty amazing for me.
Yeah, Rob was like just in his pants watching the scene.
They do the pan
Makes
over
him Rob
all
Knock.
of these old action figure lines.
there were some cool action figures there.
The
Yeah.
original Toy Biz X-Men
Mhm.
figures and Micro Machines and
Nah,
I don't know, probably like skeleton, Playmate Skeleton Warriors.
I didn't see those, but that'd be
I
awesome.
don't know, but there was some crazy stuff.
I saw
I
Spawn. I saw Hercules.
Spawn, Hercules figures.
I didn't see there was like a Ghost Rider figure in there
They did have
somewhere.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider figures.
Spider-Man
Those are the
animated
ones that
series.
glow.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you guys pay way too much attention to detail stuff because I'm like, it's toys.
No, those old toys that I had, I was like, I remember that.
The nostalgia boner came on hard for
I was like, I want that purple stuff.
Rob.
They're all talking about this Turbo Man.
Well, yeah, we have this montage like those,
that drink.
like all those, when the guy's drinking too much and it's the different flashing bar signs, but it's toy stores and just people laughing at him. So there wasn't really much to do, but look at all these toys in the background.
Well, before that, like Chris Parnell tells him that there's a lady in a fur coat that bought the last Turbo Man, and so he goes chasing after her. After him and Sinbad have a little bit of a fight, he ends up taking Sinbad out with a remote control car that he steals from a kid.
Sinbad starts it.
Yeah,
He really does.
know.
He just whaps him right in the nuts with his mailbag.
Mhm.
And
Sweep like Johnny.
why did Sinbad? What?
I don't know.
To show, because at the time, mailmen were the ones shooting up places.
Also,
Because
why
this came out in 1996.
why is he carrying like people's property around with him
Right,
outside the context of his
He's
job?
delivering it
Like
the whole time.
that's a felony.
Already
Yeah.
unstable.
Throwing it everywhere.
Yeah,
He's
But
probably
he had already been fired.
yeah.
Like 3 weeks ago.
he does have like 3 different rants about unemployment. So
I don't think he was ever a mailman. I think just like
He stole a
Yeah.
just like the end of the movie where he kills that dude and steals his costume. He
Yeah.
just killed the mailman and stole his
That
costume.
tracks,
and
yeah.
stuff.
All right. So anyway, so he runs over and gets attacked by Lisa Simpson, and then gives her $300 to buy Booster.
Now attacked.
She whacks him with the bag for a bit,
Yeah,
and
but
then
she also
solicits-
propositioned. Yeah, she like.
Are you gonna ask me for my number?
I'm sorry. I would think what Brian must say. Are you gonna ask me for my number?
Yeah, because that was better. She's like, in case you weren't, here it is anyway.
Can't win friends with salad.
So
salad. You can't win friends with salad. You can't.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Never mind.
Anyway,
Yeah,
No.
Lisa,
so
salad eater.
I do try to win friends with salad. Anyway, so he gives her $300 for her bag because he sees the top of a Turbo Man figure and he gets Booster, and he's like, "Fuck this!" and throws Booster out. Like, what the? A, you spent $300 for that. Like, B, like kids. I know nobody wants Booster as the running joke, but the kids should have the sidekick.
Yeah, like if you show up with both dolls, you'll be all the better. Like,
Yeah.
I would still take a Stinkor or Moss Man.
Well, like your heroes need characters to shine over.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or for that matter, I didn't see what was Dementor or
Yeah.
whatever.
No.
So he needs something to fight. So
Yeah.
fuck it, give him Booster.
Well, to be fair, I never really Robin.
No, like you can if he never
Wouldn't
got
wanna
it.
reenact the Killing Joke.
Wow.
Just the rate.
Wow. Okay.
The views and opinions, but Margarita Rob are his alone.
All right, so yeah, Arnold
And we're done.
he searches around the entirety of Minnesota and loses a fight to a display. that springs up and attacks him. Then
Buy my book. Buy my book.
yeah, I forgot at this point what Ted is doing, but he's trying to enact like a porno with the way he gets into her house. Oh yeah, he's like, why don't you go in and take a shower?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, he's already inside. Like, the kids are fighting in the living room because nobody, Jake Lloyd wants to be Turbo Man. And he's like, fuck you, I'm Turbo Man. Whatever. But yeah, Ted just shows up and is like, you know what? Don't worry about them. You go take a shower. I'll deal with your cookies.
Like, for
I'll
real.
handle your cookies.
Take the apron off of her.
Oh,
Yeah, in a creepy way. Yeah.
Yeah, he sniffs her a little. It's weird.
It is like pornos just begin like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just straight up.
Pretty sure he put his hand under between her legs
Yep.
to untie the apron at the bed.
So this is when Arnold calls the house and Ted's there and he's like, oh no, she's up in the shower. Oh, her cookies are so good.
She's in the shower. You want me to go tell her?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's like, you want me to go tell her?
No!
I accidentally got some frosting.
And this is where we get the, put the cookie down now.
My cookies!
So I had to, after the movie, I had to watch the Sweet Mason video for Put the Cookie Down.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, so somebody just takes this whole dialogue from just this scene and makes a whole song out of it, but it's awesome.
Okay.
And then, Sinbad comes by and he's like, let's form an alliance, because there's only going to be one doll, but we'll share it. How does that work?
Well, to be fair, he might be thinking maybe, like if we find one, we might be able to find two or something. I don't know.
In searching for a toy, I don't see any advantage to an alliance.
Now, hold on. In all fairness, if they had formed an alliance, quote unquote alliance, the next scene coming up, where they actually find a store that has a limited number of dolls, they could have teamed up to try and better their odds at both getting a doll.
Fair enough, yeah.
So that might actually have helped out.
Here's the deal, though.
Imagine both of them being crazy on people.
Wait.
So, okay. So,
Well, not just both of them being crazy on people. Like, Sinbad, you grab the balls, I will just beat the shit out of everyone here. Like, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Going by this whole thing, the Turbo Man doll, super non-articulated. Articulation was garbage.
But it has moving arms and legs.
And it's been out for 5 months.
Yeah, so it leads me to believe this is probably a Bandai product. You're looking at a case assortment of, say, probably 2 Turbo Man.
Rabatruya, toy detective.
Yeah, 2 Turbo Men to probably 6 boosters.
Well, there would be like the shitty variants of Turbo Man that you don't want to.
You're doing some
Turbo
weird,
Man.
you're doing some weird math here because you got to remember he's the He-Man of the series. There's way more of him than anybody else per box.
No, there's way more boosters. Definitely. Because you get more variants of He-Man.
Fight!
There's only going to be 1 or 2 He-Man per case. Because you got, say...
There was a toy
case
fight.
assortment of 8. Alright, it's going to be 3 boosters, 3 Dementors or whatever, and then 2 Turbo Men.
All right, welcome back to Toy Chat.
Yeah, that's gonna be your case assortment. That's,
You mean thanks for listening now that everyone has turned this off?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
yeah, I think this the second Kevin Spacey is one of the lost pretty much everyone.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
So basically, your main character here is the chase figure of this line, and
Suppose.
it's just bad news.
So
So their odds of both getting one.
basically, excuse me,
No.
Sinbad rejects the. Arnold rejects the alliance. Sinbad's all pissed, and then Kevin from the Kids in the Hall just runs by. Is like, there's, I heard a Turbo Man at this store, and gets in his car and drives off.
Is that Kevin McDonald?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, really?
I just saw a flash of like some dude or a
Yeah, I didn't see the face.
Yeah.
No, me and the person I watched it with, we were both like, that's Kevin from Kids in the Hall.
I believe you. That
So anyway-
makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, they had like all the 90s
Oh, and-
discount. Like,
Yeah.
In the
Yo.
90s, the kids in the hall weren't really discount, right? I mean, they were kind of...
Well, call it what you want.
they were like the Conan O'Brien to, of the ensemble.
They had a
comedies.
cult following.
Yeah.
But not just a toy store. Toy World, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Works.
Toy Works, I'm sorry.
I don't think anyone's ever ran by me talking about a deal at a toy store that excitedly and drove off in a car. I don't think that ever happens anywhere. Yeah.
Plus, I'm fairly certain if someone was like, did you hear they're actually going to have some Turbo Man there? And he wanted one, he would not have said shit. He would have gotten in the car and said, head to Toy Works,
broken that man's
quickly and
neck,
quietly.
hid the body, and then silently scuttled off to the store.
The internet wasn't really so much of a thing at this point, so there wasn't the just overwhelming vitriol for humanity to one another about one person getting something and lording it over another person.
Yes, there was.
Kids were still alive. Kids. That one kid.
No.
That's why I was like, fuck you, I guess you don't.
It wasn't shared worldwide yet because we didn't have the internet, but it was still happening.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Just in a neighborhood
you
setting.
had more of those people that were like, I have information, I want to share it freely.
No, that wasn't like, I want to share it free. He was just yelling at his getaway driver, but they happen over here. Yeah.
Then you just got people that are loud.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He was dumb. He should have just gotten in the car and said, go to Toy Works.
So we're at Toy Works now.
Yeah.
And
No. There's a chase scene to get there, but Sinbad tries to get his LLV started, and joke's on you. It's a mail truck. That thing just is not starting. And then Arnold, just not looking, backs over a cop's motorcycle. Same cop that pulled him over before.
Yeah.
And the cop looks so sad. He's just like, you broke my little mirror.
I actually felt a little bad for him there.
There are two scenes where I felt genuine compassion in this film, and that was one of them. I'll tell you the other one later.
Okay.
But then
It's not the one you're thinking.
I'm sure it's not.
so then they go off to the Toy World in the Mall of America.
Yep.
And so if I'm understanding this right, you get a ball from a bucket that has a number, and then
It's just a swarm of assholes.
yeah.
So the Toy Works...
No one
NRP
seems to
just
understand how the
quickly
raffle works.
breaks down.
Yeah, so the Toy Works dude, in true Toy Works fashion, is like, I don't care if you spend your money here. I truly care not for any of you human lives. Hence why Toy Works is no longer with
He
us.
just wants to survive this.
Yeah, well, just what Toy Works did not survive much further after that.
This was very much my experience in working in a toy store as well. Just like, I've told you before to shut up. I'm going to ask you one last time.
So he's like,
Stand in a neat line.
we're giving you numbered balls. We're going to do it as a lottery system. Pretty much how Comic-Con does all of their special prizes now, and it's miserable. But they're also like, oh, and we're doubling the price. So considering it's Toy Works, which means the price was probably double retail already, you're looking at 50, 60 grand for this Turbo Man.
A year's salary at the mattress.
Toy Works was ridiculous for pricing.
Well, he's easily spending like another $300-400 on this doll.
But if you want to get your Exo Squad figures, they're the only place that has them.
Yeah,
Those were some cool figures.
Those were some amazing
Those
figures.
were awesome. I miss me some Exo Squad. Anyway, so I wrote in my notes that this ensuing chaos would be more funny if it weren't true, but basically it's just a pile-on where people are beating each other up. Sinbad straight up maces Arnold.
Yep.
And there was like a ball, I guess that had like number 2 on it or something that's bouncing away. And Arnold's like, he got number 2, get him! And everyone just lynches Sinbad.
Which just works.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even make sense. Weren't they going to draw a number randomly?
Yeah.
This is why it makes
Having
no
number
sense.
2
Not
mean
only
anything?
I thought he was saying he had 2 balls.
Yeah, that's what I thought he
that's
said.
right. Yeah,
He
got 2.
Yeah, he got 2 balls.
First of all, that might have been.
But all the
I
balls
don't know.
were rolling everywhere.
Either way, he had to die.
Yeah. Well, his ball did say
Blood
number
was in
2.
the water.
Yeah.
His ball did say number 2. That was the number 2 ball. So I don't know which way it went, but whatever.
It's like, he's brown.
But second of all, like
Get him.
there were still like balls all over the floor, so I don't know why they're after him for having 2. Like anyone could have grabbed 2.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Because
And
half of
thirdly-
them were not in anyone's hand.
Why did Arnold go after that one ball like it was the last ball in the world?
It gave me flashbacks to Commando where he's chasing Sully through the
Yes. I really hoped he had done like the same style that like grab that rope and swing it across and attack that little girl.
No, but Arnold gets like bitched by everybody in this movie.
He does.
He sucks.
He does suck.
Well, he's a shitty human being.
So he chases a kid through McDonald's Playland kind of jungle gym setup.
Yeah.
And then slides into the ball crawl and tries to trade the kid just a ball from the ball pit. Oh. And this kid's like, I don't know what this ball is, but I know you want it, so I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
Put it in my mouth.
Going in my mouth.
And then he touches the kid's mouth, and it's just
Yeah,
He is beaten to death by all of the mothers. And the film ends
fairly.
there.
If only.
That would have been great.
Little Porky Pig pops out. It's
like-
that's all.
It's like the end of Wicker Man. They just shove him back in the jungle gym and light it on fire.
Kidding me? Won't bring back your goddamn lattes.
I just need the mouth open for my balls. Wait, what?
All right. So now he runs into Jim Belushi as Sketchy Santa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, he tells him,
He overhears he wants a Turbo Man doll. He's like, yo, check this shit out.
yeah, they got a full-on ransom Polaroid of them with the Turbo Man and today's newspaper. Honestly, that's probably one of the better jokes here. But
I never yelled why and what the fuck is happening like so often, so fast as I did in this next scene.
But
Like,
it's a fun scene.
so the Santa talks Arnold into buying this toy from them. So they get in the car and drive fucking far.
Get in Arnold's car and drive like 20 miles.
Yeah.
The Secret Santa compound.
like all the way from Metropolis to Gotham.
I'll tell you how far they drive. An entire tank of gas worth.
That's true.
Yeah, like
That's true.
But like the
At
choice,
3/4.
the movie.
well, that was a big ass behemoth truck though, so that's not that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also
No,
true.
like the choice to make the scene happen so far from the last scene doesn't make sense.
Why is it not in
They
the
could've-
basement of the mall?
Like at the basement of the mall.
The
Yeah.
mall's fucking huge.
Yeah.
It could be a warehouse section that's just.
I think it
Just
was
like a secret room, like you pull on a candy cane somewhere and you go in.
I think it
Parking
simply
garage.
was so he'd run out of gas.
Well, that's the reason why the writers did it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But that's stupid
But they-
because his lack of a card
It's
doesn't
all
even
stupid.
come up for the rest
It's
of the
all
movie.
Not
stupid.
gonna run out
Rob.
of gas from going around the city trying to find stuff and never feeling. All they do was show his gas tank like twice while he's driving around trying to find something. Explain. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's fair.
All right. So
Well, this is the extended cut, so maybe that was part.
Maybe.
I threw that in
That
for
is
no
true.
reason.
you get into the Santa compound here. There's like a Santa with a guard dog with like reindeer horns at the gate. And you just get in, and it's just Santas and elves and a whole bunch of
The
sketchy
password
toys.
is Jingle Bells, Batman Smells.
Yep. And
'Cause why not?
then just out of nowhere, Jim Belushi decides to sing "The Boy That Santa Forgot."
It's so
I
unplaced.
can't. And I think that, Tony, you said this is only in the extended
This is
cut.
when I knew, this was the extended cut because this part was only.
This song is
you
Garbage.
garbage, pointless.
Just because he can sing, that's what it is.
Well, he probably
can
can't.
he?
Just because he believes he can
He
sing.
wanted to,
Yes.
So
It's
in,
like-
in the extended cut, Bruce
he's like-
Willis comes in with a harmonica.
Yeah.
He's like, my brother could sing, so
Right.
you know I can.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Dan Aykroyd shows up.
Yeah.
Santa, the Santa like group is in a Planet Hollywood. Somewhere.
Honestly, why didn't Dan Aykroyd show up here?
Really.
he drank
it wasn't
too
that
much
hard.
Crystal
Callahan
Head
Auto
vodka.
Parts.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard to get Dan Aykroyd at this point.
And he kind of looks like Santa,
I'm too busy
So-
being homeless.
He gets a turbo
fighting
man.
the demons that can try and
He's
break
wearing
into
all
my
his
head.
vodka.
Yeah, I can fight the devil right now. I can't be in your movie.
So
If I leave and make too much noise, the aliens will find me.
They will win.
Sorry.
he gets a Turbo Man doll from them that turns out to be the Spanish version, and it's also broken.
Good enough.
Honestly, I mean, I still would have tried to make a play with this doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
it's
best
the
you got.
wrong one. It's like at least I got you one.
Yeah.
$300 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that I would
now
have
he's
problems.
out $600.
Yeah. I would say though, I don't care if it speaks whatever language. I don't care if it falls apart 2 minutes later. If you have that box under the tree for the kid, you can apologize later and get him a new one in a month.
He's out $600
Whatever.
in '96 when gas was a little bit over $1. No, Yeah, it was around $1 because it was first started driving.
It was around the same price as water.
Yeah, so $600 and
This is where we went wrong.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so sanity just breaks down here, and like Jim Belushi now wants to fight Arnold, and Arnold just kicks his ass, and then
Yeah, but he still doesn't kick his ass like Arnold would kick his ass.
and then you get Ninja Santa with his candy cane
much like
sharks.
when he decides it's singing time, we just have a singing choir of
Yeah.
Santas. It's fighting time, and now the fighting Santas show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is my favorite part of the movie, probably.
Oh, probably.
because at least Arnold is doing some like physical stuff.
But it is like, it's just Looney Tunes. Like,
Yeah,
he
it's
pulls the
super
beard on them and it
half-assed, yeah.
sends them flying backwards. Vern Troyer just dead. He dies in this.
You get you get this like giant like Kevin Hall sized dude coming out.
Was it Big Show?
No.
It's a big show.
Yeah,
It was the Big Show.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it was. He had a different name in the credits.
Yeah, because he wasn't the big show yet.
Was it
that
was
the
it
big
Paul,
show.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it was
That's the
Paul
Big
the
Show.
Giant White.
Yeah,
But yes.
okay.
Because he
yeah.
was known as the Giant at this time.
All right. I don't know wrestling. I'm sorry.
So
Stick to toys.
so either way, like it's straight up like a Predator nod. Like I wish he would have just said bad idea when the
Yeah,
candy cane
I
rolled
did.
over. Yeah. Like just come on, throw us something to work with here. And
How
then
about you're one ugly?
Yes, that would have been great.
How much better would the scene have been if it was just like all his other movies? Like he had a fight scene like all his other movies.
Yeah,
like,
I'm telling you, if he threw a saw blade through somebody's forehead,
like man.
yeah, I mean just like one like Terminator reference, if you just threw like the little like dum 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 sound when he got up from something or
Right.
something like that. Anything. So anyway, so
pulls a shotgun out of a
yeah,
box
Arnold.
of flowers.
I mean, I'm sorry, Vern Troyer runs over and tases him right in the butt.
yeah, right in the butthole.
Yeah, like fucking Ryan Reynolds and Elijah Wood style.
Yeah.
And then climbs up on his shoulders, and this giant guy like punches him with full strength, like launches him across the warehouse. And I know, okay, in the movie you see that Vern Troyer's alive later on, but no, he's dead. That's death number 2 in pursuit of this doll.
Oh, that's 2 that we've counted. There have
Yeah.
been more.
No, but 2 that it's like there's no way they survived that.
That fight over those ball pits, there's a couple that didn't make that out of there alive.
So then the cops just bust in because apparently this is illegal. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's
Arnold-
definitely illegal, whatever's going on.
Thinking
here.
quickly, Arnold just grabs a badge just out of nowhere. Toy badge and pretends to be a detective.
And it just fucking worked. Which, yeah,
Gets out
again, with your throw us a bone, be John Matrix, or what was he in Kindergarten Cop? Like, you throw that name out there,
Yeah.
you know?
John
That would have
Kimball
cost
or
money,
something.
and there he spent $60 million on this piece of shit. So
Yeah, he couldn't be Detective John Kimball.
Kimball, that's it. Yeah.
So, all right. So then he drives home, runs out of gas on the middle of a bridge, and pushes his car like all the way to a diner.
Yep.
I guess I don't know.
Well, he's Arnold.
Yeah,
Just to work out.
calls his house. Jake Lloyd's there. Jake Lloyd just freaks out on him.
He does.
He is reading his cue cards furiously, trying to emote into the phone.
but like forget the acting quality. The little kid is right. He's like, "Fuck you, dad." Like I'm not getting mom for you.
You didn't
No.
find, like, Troy, I'm not
The
calling
dad
him.
is also right, because that kid sucks. Because he's like, I'm trapped at this thing. I need to call her, like, get some gas or whatever. Somehow I need to get out of here. So he's like, I'm going to call her up. He gets Jake Lloyd, who's like, Dad, right? And he's like, I'm trying to come home. Just put your mom on. But you're not here yet. And it's like, I know. That's why I need you to put your mom on. And he's like, but Dad, you got to, like, put your fucking mom on. I'll get home, you son
Nah,
of a
fuck
bitch.
him. Boy, you cried wolf. You cried wolf 100,000 times. This time, fuck you, dad. I don't give a fuck. You never show the fuck up. You always come with some fucking shit ass excuse why you're not gonna be fucking here. So you know
That's why they
fuck
all
you.
suck.
It's okay, Brian. It's
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
He lost the will to live.
Fuck you. And you talk funny, dad.
Yeah, but he talks funny too.
Jake Lloyd,
Yeah,
he's about to die of a broken heart.
There's nothing physically wrong with him.
Oh, there's a lot physically. Anyway, sorry.
so he goes into the diner and runs into Sinbad again, and they decide, it's time to hit the hooch. It's,
Yeah,
Yeah, let's drink together.
Yep, and then they're
reminisce.
yeah, And he talks about, was it like Johnny Omega or something like that? I'm like,
yeah.
this toy sounds cool.
Dude,
Like,
it's
this
a real
is-
toy.
It is?
It's a real thing. And it
I
is
did not
very
know
cool.
that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
pretty amazing.
awesome.
Johnny 7 one-man army.
Johnny
Yeah.
7. Okay.
Yeah, we'll look it up. It is.
They
it
showed
is.
pictures of it during
Yeah,
when we were watching it.
OMA for One Man Army.
It
Oh,
is.
Johnny Oma. Okay.
Yeah.
Johnny Oma.
But yeah, he's going on about this, and it's the actual everything.
That's awesome.
I know.
Yeah, I would have loved that.
Yeah, everything that Sinbad is saying about this commercial, how
And
he remembers
it does. It shoots grenades.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fucking
that's-
missiles, all
that's
kinds
amazing.
of crap. And then the handle comes out and is the little cap gun.
But yeah, everything Sinbad said, I remember this commercial like it was yesterday. He's reciting it exactly. I've seen the commercial. Like he's reciting exactly what happens in this commercial. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. But I guess because he didn't get it and his neighbor did, his neighbor became a millionaire and he became a drunk with a loose
killed a mailman.
girlfriend.
Yeah, a
Wife.
postal impersonator.
Yeah. Yeah, someone who may or may
don't-
not have killed the
I
post
don't
office
believe
worker.
he actually has a son.
Yeah.
He has a son he has taken from one of his victims.
Maybe yes.
I feel like, you know what? I do feel like there was like some early draft or something where it was like, trains, planes, and automobile. Like, his kid died a long time ago. He wants to put this on his grave or something.
So he's like, I can't let Jake Lloyd become Sinbad. It just...
Well, yeah, in my favorite scene where he looks back at Sinbad and it's Jake Lloyd for a moment and he just throws back that bottle and
He's
takes
wearing
a
the
swig.
man outfit, drinking liquor.
Oh, I loved it.
And Arnold is filled with a new sense of purpose. And he's like,
Not lesson learned.
no, he doubled down on that materialism is the way to go.
Well, yeah. No, the lesson was learned. The lesson is if you don't get this kid what he wants for Christmas, he's going to become a drunken alcoholic loser and possibly kill his wife or others.
So, radio station comes on talking about if you can name the 8 reindeer, you'll get a Turbo Man or like the opportunity to get a Turbo Man or something like that.
Arnold, I'll give it to you if you can say 3 of those reindeer names.
So they run to the payphone, and Arnold just straight up beans Sinbad in the head with the phone receiver.
Yep.
So I'm like, I was just like, ow. And then they fight over the phone breaks, so they have to run to the radio station.
Yeah.
And Sinbad is still carrying the mail, which he is now just throwing left and right.
Yeah, gotta lighten the load.
Fuck those letters, all those Christmas cards, whatever, they're
Screw your
gone.
family.
Keeping all the packages, though, apparently.
Well, I mean, yeah.
They need those.
Well, I think he's got a bag of holding because there's just like stuff keeps coming out of there.
And they run to the radio station. Arnold runs in and names the 8 reindeer.
And I was like, well, wait a minute. Like, that's not how things work.
Yeah. And Sinbad runs in. He's like, I'll show you how things work. I have a bomb.
For what? Whoa,
And this is a different time before, bombs going off in the United States was a thing. But, like, yeah, you don't joke about that.
Well, this was probably around the time of the Unabomber, right?
Maybe. But it was before, like, I think it was before the first World Trade Center attack and, like, the Oklahoma City bombing and all that.
Yeah, I think it was scarce enough we could joke about it, I guess. But, yeah.
It's before, like, calling bomb threats into school was fashionable.
But, yeah, like, he does make a comment about, like, haven't you watched the news? Like, every other package we get in the mail is a bomb and blah, blah, blah. But the guy's like, dude, I don't even have the doll. It's a certificate. I don't know what to tell you.
I never said you get one today.
Yeah.
Get one eventually.
So Arnold and Sinbad are both like, we're just going to kill this dude. He's just got to go.
Yep.
And then the guy had already called the cops. The cops bust in. Arnold tries to go out the back door, runs into the same cop.
Yep.
And
The oldest cop in the force.
yeah,
He was on the bomb squad for 10 years or something.
he's like 2
I
weeks
guess.
from retirement.
Yeah. He's too old for this shit.
Yeah. And so Sinbad makes the bomb ploy again.
Yep.
Yeah,
The first one turned out to be a music box. But yeah, he's like, nope, this is a bomb. You guys got to get away from me.
And I mean, it works. Like, they put
Yeah.
their guns down.
Yeah.
And he escapes. Arnold
They
escapes.
can't prove him wrong.
And yeah, so the whatchamacallit, the older officer grabs it and he's like, it's on the bomb squad for 10 years and just picks the thing up like an ass.
Shakes it.
Shakes it. Yep. Goes to unwrap it. It's an actual bomb.
Yep.
And they show this guy's blackened like a cartoon, but no, he's dead. That's
just a
that's
smoke
death
bomb,
number
man.
3
It's just a smoke bomb.
in pursuit of.
Also,
We
like,
see.
how did Sinbad make it out of the building?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's real.
I'm going to
unclear.
hand
I
you
don't
this,
know.
and now you have it. And even though I visibly don't have a detonator, and I never said that I did, you're going to let me just leave?
Also, I'm taking the elevator.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, there's a lot of questions there, but also we see like this bomb goes off and like the windows of this entire floor blow out and shit. Like it's all destroyed. Everybody,
This guy's dead.
not just this guy.
Yeah.
Everybody else there is
Yep.
dead. But no,
yeah, there would
He
be
just-
no parade.
they just turn back to him.
Yes, the parade would be over.
Yeah,
Instead, they just they cut back to him. He turns his beak back around and like I really hate you.
Wabbit thief.
Yeah,
And meanwhile, like, what was it in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker where they had like the Urban Olympics or something where they had like that competition to see how quickly you could strip a car down?
Yeah.
Like that happened to his car because his car is just gone.
Oh, yeah.
It just says like on spray painted on it Merry Christmas. They took the wheels, they took like the engine, like it's done.
yeah, like in the Super, one of our previous episodes.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can find on
True.
the 4am podcast at podbean.com.
Yeah. Yes, do that. Find it. Get it.
I'm sorry in advance when you get it.
No, it's great.
So Arnold gets driven home by Large Marge in a tow
That's
truck.
what I said.
Yeah.
What?
And then he gets in there and he sees.
Wait, quick! I also want to point out she talks him out of doing the right thing.
Yes.
You sound like a little baby back bitch.
I'm gonna apologize and all that. He's like, "What the hell are you, a woman?" Like, okay, never mind. Go back to materialism.
Keep your weepy vagina to yourself, pal.
So, he's about to go in the house. He sees Phil Hartman putting the star on the tree, that's his thing.
So, yo, that's my star.
So he's like, Phil Hartman, I'm going to fuck up all your shit. I can pick most locks with the credit card. I'm going in your house.
He remembers that he has the Turbo Man doll under his tree, wrapped all nice and neat.
Lisa needs braces. They don't play.
Iron helps us play.
So, yeah, he goes, takes the Turbo Man doll. He's about to walk out, and he has a change of heart. He's like, stealing's wrong. I can't do this.
Murder's not.
Murder's not. No,
Stealing's
no.
wrong.
Right. And technically, most of those were not his direct.
Okay, all right.
None of those are his direct consequence, actually.
Red
But
Dead
they all happened
Redemption
around
well
him.
said.
Well, I will also point
He
out.
should have been wearing his handkerchief.
I will also point out here, though, like he doesn't know that cop survived that bomb blast.
Yeah.
He just kept on walking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck
Well,
them.
cool guys don't look at explosions.
He couldn't have done anything.
So he goes, he's about to turn around, and now there's the reindeer, and a big chase ensues. And when I downloaded this and made sure that I downloaded it correct, I mean,
From the disc.
when I took the disc
Yep.
and made sure this was the correct movie,
Right.
Made sure the disc was working properly.
I scrolled ahead just to see that the whole movie was there.
Using
And
the
this was
buttons
the
on
scene
your remote control.
on my remote control,
Yep.
and this is the scene I landed on, and I was like, God damn it, because I knew I was going to have to go through that. So he just the reindeer trashes the house, knocks a bunch of shit over, and then he traps it in one of the rooms. And Balthazar ends up getting decapitated, and his head lands in the fireplace. So Arnold, to put that out,
Balthazar being a life-size replica of one
It's
of
a
the three
full-size
wise men.
nativity
but
set.
it was just one wise man. The Melchior and the other one were
Yeah,
not
well,
there.
you can't fit a whole nativity scene in your...
No, so just Balthazar. I mean, he has the coolest name, I guess.
I guess.
But he also had a lit fire going while he was not home.
Yep.
He was
Just
trying
in
to light
case.
someone else's fire.
Listen,
Yeah.
every woman on
Yeah,
his
he was.
block has a key to his house, and that fireplace is
Yeah.
always going just in case.
So
Help
Fair
yourself
enough.
to some Ted Nog.
So he football kicks Balthazar's melted head right out the window, which Phil Hartman's just walking by. He's just like, oh, Balthazar. And then they look up, and there's Arnold.
Admittedly, this is another point where I thought was kind of amusing.
Mm-hmm.
Kicking a flaming head out the window at some carolers.
So he's caught out, trying to steal the Turbo Man doll.
He is a terrible liar.
Yep. And his wife's like, fuck you. I'll
Last
deal with this later. Taking the kid to the parade.
Let's go, Ted.
Yeah, Ted's going to drive me. Ted's like, damn right.
Yeah, no, I also want to point out, as many moves as Ted is putting on her, she is not receptive to any of them, which takes away any real stakes for that part. So I don't know why it's there. But, like, this is a total, like, I know what he's up to, and I'm going to ask him to drive us just as a last fuck you.
Right.
And the reindeer just breaks out of the room, and just like it's a Camel in a Conan movie, he just fucking punches it out. And again, I'm like, we have just gone just one little step further, just a slight bit more of a throwback to Conan. I mean, at least that one was closer than the others. So now he's at his lowest point. He's sitting at the clubhouse he made for Jake Lloyd, drinking with a reindeer. Yep.
Yeah, he got the reindeer drunk.
It woke up. Yeah.
Yep. And then, he's like, no, I'm not giving up. I'm doing this. Screw you, reindeer.
Yeah.
I'm going to that parade.
He should have rode the reindeer to the parade.
We talked about that. That would have been amazing.
As ridiculous as that would have been, I'm glad it wasn't.
So this parade though is pretty sweet. Like, there's a pretty awesome array of toys here going down the street. Yeah,
some Ninja Turtles.
Toys is
that's how they used to do it.
They weren't the best of costumes, but it's all right.
Yeah, they were like Party City costumes.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah, but in the 90s though, those were accepted.
It was one step up from that plastic mask you put on with the
like the trash bag you wear. Yeah.
No, this was a little better than that. This was official Universal Parade level costumes. It's what it was. It's what it is. It's,
All right, Cat in the Hat.
So yeah. Also, something you can't do today. Ted and I forgot the wife's name. Liz. There's like, just send the kids out to grab a spot. We'll go park the car.
Which also, they pull into some back alley where they drive up basically to the barricade. Yeah. And then they pulled back out? Like,
yeah, you're there.
You're done. You don't even have to get out of the car. What's happening?
But at this point, Phil Hartman is just giving her the straight up rapey eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
he's like, this is happening.
I'm going to hit that.
He's like, yeah, so your husband sucks.
You can decide if there's going to be music
available.
And there's a lot of women in this town that, you've seen them, you've seen me. Like, so you should feel lucky that I'm right here right now. So, like, let's do this.
Arnold sees that.
Or in other words, it's your turn. Sorry.
So he's going to run over and try to save the day, but he runs into that same cop that now just has bandages on his hands. And
hey, why is it still working? You just go blow it up.
You should get a day off at that point.
I'm pretty sure just being around a bomb that blew up, they'd like send you away for a couple days.
He gets scalded with the coffee that he just bought. Not sure how he was going to drink.
I think it was like a tray of coffees.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even getting just for him.
Yeah.
So who the hell's the asshole that sent the cop with the mitten hands to get the coffee
The
tray?
cops that can actually do their jobs.
Yeah. So
You send the cripple to get the drinks.
Wow.
They were part of the parade, the parade float. So
Yeah,
he
so
wasn't
he
policing.
didn't have to be on duty. He was
Still.
just on the float.
So
Who's he with that it's just like, hey, you don't have hands. Go grab the coffee for me.
More senior guys, I guess.
So what I do like though is he didn't have to save his wife though, because she's just like, "Fuck you, Ted," and slams a thermos of Ted Nog all across his face.
Which is usually how his afternoons end up anyway.
And just storms off.
It wasn't meant for my face.
Yeah.
So, this chase with the cop leads to a backstage area, and they see Arnold, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, no, this is the Turbo Man actor, clearly."
Yep.
And this weird, like, sort of Stephen King looking guy is just yelling a bunch of commands at him, and they throw the costume on him and just send him out there.
I mean, to be fair, if an Arnold Schwarzenegger walked in, I would assume that he was the Turbo Man guy too.
Fair enough.
Yes, that's fair.
Also,
You're the god.
we meet Booster.
We also get a quick line in here about how the previous guy isn't there because of their earlier rehearsal, where something happened, but the doctors now say he has regained some brain function, so that's a good sign. First indication that badness is coming.
Yeah. Arnold tries to protest, but he's just pushed out there. But we see Booster. He is played by Booger.
Booger?
Does anyone know his real name?
Booger?
Yeah.
Just booger.
I'm sorry, Booger.
Booger T nerd.
Oh, I can't.
That's not it.
And he just sort of gets elevated out onto a parade float somehow.
I guess that building was under the parade float.
It's bigger on the inside.
Yes. Sure.
It's like a mortal engine in there. So, Arnold gets to pick somebody to give the Turbo Man doll to. He sees his son and he's like, that's it. That's how I'm going to save him. He has this voice distorter thing.
That doesn't work. How
You mean his voice box?
Yeah.
Yeah, his accent.
That's Arnold.
He's just like talking into a desk fan.
pretty much was it.
All right. So he calls up Jamie, gives him the doll, but we see the guy actually playing Dementor is now like just subdued.
Probably dead.
Probably dead. And Sinbad is now
garroted.
Dementor. And he just grappling hooks his way down there.
Because,
I mean,
because
great shot.
Yeah.
Good stunt work.
yeah, great knowing exactly how your suit works.
I knocked out this guy, grabbed a mechanical suit with all fully functioning weaponry and whatever.
I like
I
how-
just know how to use it.
Everything on the show that you saw is just actually
Yeah.
there on the suit.
It's just we have that shit. And
Yeah. So he was doing pretty well considering one of his fists was just a solid mass that launches off. I mean, maybe his actual fist is under it. I don't
no,
know.
but that's the thing. It wasn't. That's part of why I'm like, how does this work?
his hand.
Because we see when one of the earlier shots when he's stolen his costume and the guy's tied up, we see him putting on the gloves and he's moving his
That's a
finger.
good point.
So like his hand just came off and just reattached.
All right. So
I bet Maddie loves this movie.
Maddie, if you're out there, please write into us. Let us know.
Dementor as Sinbad here, just straight up like Mortal Kombat uppercuts Booster right off the stage, like just way up in the air, and kids run out and just murder him.
Yep.
Like he's just dead.
And
He's dead.
maybe call him a homosexual slur.
Did they?
We're not sure. It sounded that way. We rewound it, but we
Because
couldn't.
the Dementor's like we hate Booster and uppercuts him. The kid's like, yeah, we hate Booster. And I just start beating the shit out of him. But someone yells something.
Yeah, because there's a whole group of kids, and we thought, particularly Will was the first one to catch us, that there was a certain slur said. We looked it up online. There are others that believe this is in there as well, but we could not catch it because there's so many kids yelling.
And it wasn't on the subtitle.
Surprisingly. Yeah, because I'm sure this wasn't in the script. They were probably like, just run out there, beat him up, and tell him how much you hate him. And one kid apparently maybe overheard his dad after he was drinking a few too many or something.
Wow.
Just learned some wrong words.
Yeah. So
It could have happened.
Oh, 90s.
we say a lot of things we don't mean when we're kids.
Yeah.
So
But he called him a British cigarette.
Whenever I think of you.
yeah. Jamie here.
It's a shame we had to bleep that. That would have been a beautiful moment.
Such a pussy.
So Jamie's running away with the Turbo Man, and he's being chased by Sinbad. And this is probably just me, but Sinbad like just takes out this this present walking. It's just a leg and a present box. And you see all the ornaments that are walking next to this giant present look so like concerned for what happened. And I felt genuinely sad for that box.
Like, none of us have arms. We can't.
Yeah, it touched me, and I was like, the movie made me feel something. I think that was like my emotional like high for that movie. I felt so bad for that.
And I'm betting most of that was an accident.
Yeah, I was just like, oh no.
Yeah, I did have the same thought, mainly because all the ornaments went around, and I was just like, none of you can help him out. And everyone in the audience is just cheering.
It would have been great if they all fell down in solidarity.
We weren't trained for this.
Just tumble.
All right, so,
I half expected him to knock down one of the ornaments and it to shatter. Just be like, I don't know how that worked. Whatever.
yeah, it's just legs.
Legs and the broken piece of glass on top.
Can't
Family got it. What would happen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so the demon team runs out and jumps Arnold, and he just beats the shit out of all of them.
Like, actually.
Yeah, just straight up beats these dudes up.
One of them's like, do you not know choreography?
Keep in mind, they're probably young women.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
So, the movie's like, we've asked you to endure a lot of bullshit. So here's your cool payoff. Arnold's going to activate the jetpack.
Here's your
And
cool
they're like,
payoff.
sorry, it's a whole lot more bullshit. We're jumping the shark with this jetpack.
It's so unnecessary.
It's the fucking worst.
CGI flames.
Like, wait, you just tried jamming the Rocketeer in this Christmas movie?
I mean, it's stupid. And it looks awful. Like, the special effects for it are terrible. And he's just, like, flying up in the stratosphere with this thing. Like,
It takes
fucking
way too long.
harken me back to Beastmaster when the eagle flew off with the kid. And I'm like, is the present okay during all this? I care more about that.
Like, oh, those G-forces would have knocked him out. He's not conscious right now.
The whole time we're like,
That or when he slammed into the wall like a dart.
Yeah, there's that.
we're like, are there actual jetpacks that work like this? What the fuck?
And there's this poor family sitting down for Christmas dinner. And as far as I can tell, the only African American people in this entire film.
There's a few. I was looking at it. There are a few.
Couple, but
So he's just like, oh yeah, there was the guy at the diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But not just point. There are people that were shopping for that toy or black.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're sitting down to give thanks over their meal, and the freaking super Austrian flies through the window.
Destroys Christmas dinner.
Freaking Krampus.
You're like, why is that even in there? That's not funny. I just feel bad.
Yeah, it's
Totally
awful.
fucks up that room.
Yeah.
and all this time, I'm just wondering, where's that cat in the hat?
Yeah.
High five.
Cat in the hat. I remember that book.
So, all right.
Did a book report on that.
Not even like Leonardo. Never mind. All right.
No, it's like none of the popular kids. It's like the freaking Theodore Geisel's freaking little baby masterpiece, The Cat in the Hat. That's what did it.
So, all right. So,
This gets these little
Arnold's
kids hard.
My guess is because when they wrote that line, they were like, I don't know what we can afford. This is fucking cat in the hat.
all right. So Arnold gets like his boomerang out, throws it perfectly like a boomerang, and it just takes Sinbad out. You know, he falls to his basic death here into the present on a parade, on the cops parade float, which also had a trampoline on it. Kind of interesting. But anyway, so the cops arrest him. Jake Lloyd falls off the scaffold that he's on because for some reason he climbed up to the top of a building.
Yeah.
Just because.
He was running away from the Dementor.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
and by
then-
the way, the cop hadn't destroyed his hands prior.
Expect to put your own
That reindeer comes out.
But if the cop hadn't destroyed his hands prior to this, he had a whole gymnastics routine to go on that float.
Yeah,
but,
true.
You know,
I knew I could do it this time because I had done it before.
So,
Oh my god.
so Jake Lloyd falls off the scaffolding, and Arnold just flies over and grabs him. Never mind the fact that would just cause the jetpack to plummet straight into the ground.
Whatever.
Or
But-
snap little kid's
Yeah,
neck.
whatever. So yeah, he lands, and like gives him the Turbo Man again, and then reveals that it was him all
Yeah,
along.
so first of all,
What's that?
it's a stingray. Jake Lloyd and his mother do not recognize
do not.
their gigantic Austrian husband / father.
Now remember, like keep in mind, so his helmet is just a clear orange visor over that, like down over to where his eyes are. It's a clear orange visor.
They can
You see his
only
whole fucking face.
they can only identify him by his haircut.
no. Again, screw the haircut. No one else in this state sounds like this man. There is no one anywhere within the vicinity that sounds like this guy.
You can see his whole fucking face.
You could see his very Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, but I'm saying, like, even before he got close enough for them to see his face, when he goes, Jamie, I'd be like, Dad, what the fuck?
They both have that facial blindness condition where they don't recognize facial features. They
Only haircuts.
only haircuts. Face blindness, yeah. All right, so Jamie's like, oh, thanks, you gave me the Turbo Man. Let me go give it to Sinbad.
Now, hold on. It's a little bit more than that.
Okay.
Because Jake tries to be touch a moment, even though it fails, but it tries.
For sentimentality.
It tries. So Jake gets the toy. He's like, "Thanks, Dad. This is amazing." And we hear Sinbad going, "What am I gonna do for my kid?
Yeah.
My kid, I failed. You know." And Jake's like, "You know what? Here you go. Hope your kid enjoys it."
And those cops would have knocked that shit to the curb and beaten the hell out of Sinbad.
It's like, your son is not going to see you for Christmas or a very long time. So
Very long time.
maybe a Turbo Man really isn't the biggest deal right now.
You're going to jail.
Hold on. It just occurred to me. How did how did they capture him?
Who, Sinbad?
Yeah, they put handcuffs on him, but his hands come off.
Listen, I mean, every time he was off camera, they also pistol whipped him. So it's
Broke his dome.
Thoroughly beaten by now.
Leaking brains.
he's leaking brains.
It's like Mojo Jojo.
Oh no! But like, this dude set a bomb off in a public, like he's never going to see his child again.
Oh no!
Nope.
Except to say
taking
goodbye
him away.
before they pull the lever.
Well, no, he might see his child again in the courthouse.
Yeah,
but
like that's it. And
he's not going to touch him.
And that's assuming that this kid is real.
Yeah.
Sinbad just
There's no proof.
It just tried to assassinate. He tried to assassinate said child. Tried to blow up cops. Like,
But the kid said it was cool.
yeah.
So no, that gets you a pass from the cops.
Federal offenses up the wazoo with that mail he was throwing around. Like, so what? You think the Turbo Man doll is gonna solve it?
Yeah. Well, his son, it now secures that his son will be a billionaire.
All right.
Because see, before he went back into the past to
don't.
get his kid the thing, he took a Polaroid with him.
So let's just wrap this up. So we cut to Arnold putting the star on the Christmas tree, and his wife's like, "Oh, so I saw all that trouble you went through for our son, so I can't wait to see what you got me." And camera just crash zooms on him like, "Oh no!" And, yeah,
And he's like,
Cliffhanger.
"Bitch, we're adults. We don't need to exchange presents,
Yeah.
okay? Just I
This
love
house.
you."
This house is my gift.
Exactly. The stupid every customer I suck up to, so they buy extra mattresses to give you this house.
Or again, we brought this up while watching this, but like, our car was vandalized. Your gift got stolen. I'll have to replace it later. Sorry.
Sorry.
She'll understand. She's an adult.
It was another shitty Pandora bracelet.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's all it was going to be anyway.
and the credits roll.
Thankfully.
All right, so on RottenTomatoes.com, critics gave this a score of 16%. Audience gave this a score of 38%.
Really?
Really?
All right.
Because Maddie loved this. All right. That's what they thought. What about your thoughts, opinions, recommendations? Will?
Hated it. Wouldn't recommend it. Fun to watch with friends to make fun of, but I can't really in good conscience think I'll watch this again anytime soon.
All right. Brian?
16% is about right. It tried to do some theme stuff in the movie. It tried to touch some sentimental tone notes, whatever, but it never came close to them. And the whole movie is like why bother? And like the goofiness at the end of it is so long, like before it happens. So even as a kid, you'd probably be bored for the first part of the movie anyway. So it's like why? Like why even fucking bother? So I'm out.
Okay. Rob?
I don't understand. So, all right. You said this is 38% from audiences.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody seems to love this movie, around me. I've never seen it, but
Not in
everybody's
this room.
Be around
No.
better people.
Yes.
But I mean,
It's not hard.
No. It's not. But no, but like, and it's not even people that I like spend time around normal. Like, I mean, it could be coworkers, whatever. But like everybody I told was like, oh yeah, I watch Jingle All The Way every year for Christmas or whatever.
Jesus.
And
Okay, I'll stop it right there and say, keep in mind that's the same conundrum. Of, like, there are so many Christmas movies that some always make it into rotation just because.
that's fair. And goodness knows I watch my fair share of terrible holiday movies. But I just don't understand if that many people seem to enjoy it, why it has a 38%. You'd think the viewer rating would be higher, is all I'm saying. That said, 38%, I don't know if I'd put it at a 16, because I didn't hate myself watching, and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that you guys were there, but I don't think I know I won't watch it again. So I don't recommend it, but I don't know if I would put it at 16. I'd probably be more towards the 38%.
Okay, Joe.
So those of you that know me know that I am usually a Scrooge for Christmas. I just, try to keep my head down and make it through the holidays and just hope for January to come fast. This year, I was actually feeling some Christmas spirit.
Ooh.
I was getting into things. I put up decorations.
Wait for the turn.
I got excited, maybe about getting some gifts and whatnot.
Ooh.
And this movie fucking killed it.
Yep.
No, it didn't.
I hate Christmas now.
Think about the present and how the other ornaments
No,
truly desire.
no, I'm back to hating Christmas. Fuck this movie. It's trash. Bah humbug.
Joe,
Fuck.
how about,
Not recommend.
how about Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny? Would that help?
The movie that killed Christmas.
My two front teeth.
Will, how do you feel about Christmas?
I like it.
Okay.
Went to the one guy that you knew you could get on your side.
Pretty much,
Yep.
yes.
2 thumbs up from me on Christmas.
So 2 out of 5.
If we can get
Not
Joe
good.
back on our side, we'll tip the scales.
Good luck.
Don't show me shit
Tony,
like
how do you
this.
feel about this movie?
Joe, this movie doesn't represent Christmas, okay?
Yeah, it does.
It does not.
Yeah, it does.
No, it does not.
But yeah, so Joe does not recommend it.
Correct.
Yeah, I can't really either. I mean, it works as a good bad movie if you're into such things, like hang out with friends, having some drinks or whatever. Yeah, if you want to throw this on in the background of a
Got
Christmas
some
party.
Ted Nog.
When you're having some Ted Nog
Big warm glass of Ted Nog.
poured over your face.
Oh.
Ted necklace. Anyway, but yeah, like just on its own, who is this made for? Like, it's a kids movie to the point where a bomb exploding this guy's face just turns him into a Looney Tune with a burnt face and his hair blown back. But one of the subplots is infidelity. Like, what are we doing? I can't follow. I can't track this. So no, it's a mess. It's just not a good movie. Funnier than I was expecting. Like, there were parts that, presents that made me feel, and burning heads that made me kind of chuckle. But yeah, it's just not very good. So no.
I would like this movie if it starts off with Arnold in pursuit of the action figure, and then he just goes off the rails, falling down style, and just all of these exaggerated characters that he runs into, does like his own social commentary on what they represent, and then murders them. And
So-
then it's that cop trying to stop him. He's going to get that Turbo Man, and he's going to go back to his son. And
Kind of super style where he just slowly is so obsessed with this character he becomes Turbo Man. Yeah.
exactly.
So not this movie.
Not this movie. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So what would people recommend instead of this?
My two front teeth.
Yeah.
I recommend watching the Charlie Brown Christmas 4 times. It still wouldn't be as long as this movie.
Die Hard.
Die Hard, yeah.
Die Hard also.
Oh, good.
I mean,
So,
that's
It's a Wonderful
always.
Life.
If you're saying Christmas, Die Hard. Always.
I was in Best Buy the other day. Yesterday, as a matter of fact. And they were doing the little Christmas movie section.
Right.
And Die Hard had a nice spot in the middle of it. And I was like, thank you.
They know what's up.
What
about you, Tony?
Go back there, just grab a copy. Grandma's just stick it on one of those shelves. Yeah, no, I'm good for Die Hard. That's a good recommendation. We already did, podcast on that as well. You can check out at the 4am podcast at pompey.com.
Yeah, do
The
that.
back catalogs.
a good
But yeah, we definitely recommend that one.
That's a good idea.
I have a question for y'all. So there's a debate over Die Hard being a Christmas movie. Which
It is.
Debate. It is.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
Trading Places. I watched it yesterday.
Yeah, good enough.
Yes.
I haven't seen it in long enough that I couldn't tell you how Christmas it
There's
is.
a
Yeah.
scene where he's running around as Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
it's
that's a Christmas movie.
Party.
Yeah.
I have a you guys know I have a
snowy.
very low bar. Jurassic
Yep.
World is a Christmas movie for me. They play a Christmas song in it. Takes place at Christmas.
Wait, it
I
does?
think there's even scenes on Christmas Day in Trading Places,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
All right.
What's up
Beethoven.
next?
So it's that time. We have to roll that die to see what we're gonna
20
watch next.
D20 of fate. D20 of fate. D20 of fate.
D20 of fate.
Open up your hearts and let the Patrick
Roll
Swayze
die, Will.
Christmas
First roll.
sing.
Don't fuck this up, Will.
This. Oh,
Three.
That might not
did
be a
I
fuck up.
roll this?
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's a 3.
All right. Well, he did mess up, but it's okay. We'll be all right.
It's not okay. You fucked it up, Will.
Dang it. You
It's-
dropped the ball, Will.
It's the Tom Cruise classic.
Drop the ball, Will.
Yeah, it's all.
2003's The Last Samurai.
Oh, Will. Oh, Will.
Oh,
Really?
That's okay.
No, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a good
that's
movie.
cool.
Yeah. All right,
I'm
cool.
down.
Long movie.
Yeah.
Want me to kill Jappos? I'll kill Jappos.
Okay.
Forgot he was-
That is
That escalated quickly.
A lot of things that would not fly
I didn't
today.
even realize that was on the list. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool. All right. Well, guys, from two of us here at the Four Guys in a Movie podcast, I want to say very Merry Christmas.
I wish him Merry Christmas. That's fine.
I would like everyone to have a happy and safe holiday. Also, treat everyone in retail kindly during this
Yeah,
holiday
do
season.
that. Don't be.
Don't wait
this-
till the last minute to buy your Turbo Man figure.
So,
I mean, at this point, when it comes out, I mean,
Jingle All The Way is everything that is wrong with Christmas.
Yeah. Well,
If you do the
leaving
opposite
Christmas
of it.
out of this, the holiday season, as far as I know, I'm not up on all religions and whatever, but the general idea, the general idea is to be kind to one another, and peace and goodwill and all that stuff.
General
So
idea.
let's try and
Of all
just
of
do
them.
that instead of like murdering a bunch of people over an Elmo or whatever, like this movie suggests.
Also,
So-
if you see a bunch of ornaments crowded around a Christmas present that's fallen
Help
over,
it up.
Yeah,
help
please
it up.
help.
Guys, help
And
us
give
out.
it $1.
sure.
It doesn't have pockets. Put it in its ribbon. You could tuck it in its ribbon.
tuck it
There
in
you
the
go.
ribbon. But not like creepy.
No,
Yes.
not like Ted.
Yeah.
Is it like a stripper now?
We don't need like freaking Me Too presents.
all right, deuces.
Guys, thank you so very much for listening. If you liked what you heard, please consider subscribing
No one does.
for our episode archive that we've mentioned several times, our merch store, and more information. Check out our website at 4ampodcast.podbean.com. You can contact us by following us on Twitter or Facebook at 4ampodcast, or of course, email us at the4ampodcast@gmail.com. Merry Christmas. Well, come on back for Last Samurai. Or we'll kill a bunch of
Here's my
jackals.
holiday cheer.
Oh,
He shit his pants.
yeah, that did not sound healthy.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.